In front of me today, I have this beautiful cover stitch machine, the Juki MCS1500. It does a gorgeous cover stitch, but we've had reports that it's kind of difficult to thread. So today I'm going to bring you through the threading process so you can cover stitch headache-free. This machine has little dots on it that you follow the threaded path. They're nice and color-coded. So I actually coordinated my thread color to the dots on the machine, so it'll be nice and easy. The first one that you want to thread is the thread cover stitch looper. So that's going to be the purple, and it's going to be in here. The thread is going to be placed on the back left-hand side. Bring your thread through the purple slot in the thread stand, and then bring it down, and we're going to go through the first thread guide. I like to grab the top of the thread with my tweezers and the bottom with my 2 fingers and bring it behind and pop it in. Next we have the second thread guide. It's a little difficult to get it threaded unless you have these bent tweezers. You can grab them just at the end, push it all the way back and then around. Then you can easily get around that thread guide. Set that there for a moment and we're going to turn the machine around and continue the threading process. Before I actually follow the thread path, I want to talk you through it. I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm going to say thread guide numerous times in here because there are a lot of thread guides. We'll place the thread there, bring it around the tension disc, and bring it up to this thread guide. Following this thread guide, we'll come over to this one. Next, we'll bring it through this thread guide. That part's pretty easy. The part that gets a little confusing is from here, you'll bring the thread back around and lay it horizontally behind this section, and then bring the thread to this thread guide behind here. And then we'll move on to going down by the looper. The dotted lines mean that it's behind. See, right there and right there, where the solid lines mean that the thread is towards the front. So here, you can see it, right? And then if you look at the picture, it's showing that it goes behind. So we're going behind the tension, and then to the thread guide, to the thread guide again, bringing it over, putting it behind, as you can see, with the little dotted lines, lay it horizontally, and then pop it in this last thread guide. With the thread at this point, the next thing that we need to do is lower the needle down to its lowest position. To do that, we're going to turn the hand wheel, and that moves the looper, right? We're going to thread this little loop-de-loop guide. Now that that one is threaded, we need to bring down the looper. To do that, you've got this little white button. See if I can do it from this angle so I'm not hiding everything. But you're pushing this up and pulling the looper down. There are 2 little slots in the looper. You've got your first one here and your second one here. The first one needs to be threaded from back to front. So this is why these little bent tweezers are so handy. Get in that from behind to the front, pull that through, and then we're going to take it from the front to the back. And now we trim to about 4 inches of thread. To put the looper back into position, carefully put that up. Just kind of tuck the thread in there. Now turn your hand wheel to the highest position and you're all done doing the looper thread. And we can close that up. Now let's thread our needles. Next we're going to work with the blue one. That is threading the right cover stitch needle. The cone that you'll be using is the thread on the back right hand side. Another really nice thing about this machine is up on the thread guide, they have corresponding colors, so I've already looped them through the thread guides up there. I usually take about 1/2 inch of thread, place it in the hole on the left, wrap it around, and place it in the hole on the right. You're essentially making a little S. Now we're going to pull it down to the blue one. There's a little metal thread guide down here. You want to make sure that it's between the slot for the tension discs. Bring it up, and then I like to bring it straight up and then bring it to the left, and it'll sit right in that notch. We're going to follow the blue path, so from here then we go to this thread guide. This particular thread guide has 2 notches because both the blue and the green are going to be in here, so make sure that you put the blue thread in the bottom part of the thread guide. Next, we're going to come up here to the take-up thread guide, place it right in there, and then you've got 3 notches here for the 3 needles. So we are in the blue all the way to the right. Just pop that in. If you have any question as to where it goes, again, just follow the path. But remember, these pictures have the blue is showing to the right, the green is showing the middle needle, and the yellow is showing the left needle. You'll see these 3 protrusions. You want to place your thread to the right of it and then pull it to the left a little bit and it'll pop right in, and then it comes down straight. At this point, I like to take my snips, clean up the end just to make it easy threading, and then you thread the needle from front to back. Make sure that your thread doesn't get caught up on anything. We want to pull about 3 inches of the thread to the left-hand side. So this middle one, or the green spool of thread, is considered your center cover stitch needle. Grab approximately 1/2 inch of thread, pop it in the left hole, pull a little bit down, and then pop it in the right hole. Bring it to the right of the green tension dial, making sure that it goes around the tension. Between that little metal thread guide, you see that it connects with the check spring. Pull it straight up, bring it to the left, and it'll sit right in that notch. We're going to come back to this thread guide, and this time we're going to bring it through the top one. We're going to share this take-up thread guide, so bring that right here. Follow it through to the middle green thread guide here. And once again, those 3 protrusions, we're on the second one. So we're going to take the thread and place it to the right of that protrusion and pull it to the left, and it pops right in. Clean up our thread and thread from front to back. Now we're going to work on the left cover stitch needle. 1/2 inch of thread. Put it in the left hole, pull a little bit down, and then pop it in the right hole. Bring it to the right of the tension, make sure it gets between that metal thread guide, connects with the check spring, pull it straight up, and bring it to the left so it sits in that notch. Follow the yellow path, so from here we go up to the take-up thread guide that's marked yellow, pull it over to this bottom thread guide, and now we are going to place the thread to the right of the first protrusion. Pull it to the left and set it down. Clean up the end of your thread, and once again, thread from front to back. You need approximately 3 inches of thread, so I like to just clip mine off, and now you're good to go. If at any point your looper thread breaks, you do need to snip all of these threads, pull them out, and then re-thread your machine. Double up a piece of fabric, change your differential feed to neutral, put your stitch length to a 3, and then change your tension to anywhere from 3 to 5. Turn the hand wheel counterclockwise for the first stitch. That just gets things started. Now we can do a test run. I hope this video has made you feel confident in threading your MCS1500 Juki machine. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. Until next time, happy sewing, everybody.